Hello, present tense. Good evening. Good Wednesday evening. I am just hopping on here for this weeknight video. I hope you all have had a good day. Can you feel that heaviness that is starting to come a little bit more, as we're progressing into each day and each new week of this thing? I feel like I can feel the heaviness and the, I think that's the best word for it. Just the weight of all of this starting to kind of settle in more. It's a hell of a lot easier in the beginning when this is brand new, right? Where we're all like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And it's going to be great to have time at home. And I'm going to reconnect with my family. And then after a few weeks, you're like, you feel like it's Groundhog Day or something, right? Like the movie with Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, where he wakes up and he has to relive the same day over and over again. Anyway, it's mind-boggling sometimes. I can sense a bit more of heaviness, and I want to come to you tonight to help you develop a mindset of not giving up. Okay, and not succumbing to this heaviness. I will never say don't feel that. I want you to feel it. I want you to acknowledge it. I want you to feel it. But I then want you to not just sit there. I want you to act. I know I talk a lot about action, undoing a lot of what we feel in our body, okay? I want you to act, and I want you to get out, pull yourself out of that space of heaviness. I've had my struggles too. I have had, just the other day I was doing my gym. I love my gym. And we went to all virtual Zoom classes, and they're live, and it's fantastic. And it's something that I really look forward to because it gives me that, that social connection. It gets me moving. I feel like I'm even though I know that I'm putting on some weight, that I'm at least working out, right? I'm I'm doing something to counter whatever the heck is going on here. But an interesting thing happened. I think it was just yesterday. Yeah, I think it was. But I had to step out of the room during the Zoom meeting because I started crying. Just started crying. I know what triggered it. It was virtual learning, and I had to stop in the middle of my workout to help my daughter get on her Zoom meeting, and I couldn't figure anything out. And I just had one of those moments where I was so overwhelmed by something so small. But before I get into all the topics of this evening, I want to explain to you why that happens. First of all, we are used to doing so many things with our subconscious mind on autopilot, things that are simple that we usually don't have to think much about when we do them, such as go to the grocery store, right? Or touch door handles and whatever, cleaning and washing our hands. We don't usually have to be so conscious of our safety doing what used to be normal day things, right? So if you can imagine, usually when you go to the grocery store, for example, you are just going through the motions. You park your car, you go into the store, you get your stuff, you check out, you go home. It's not really an event to speak of, right? Now, when you go to the grocery store, you can't just put that, into the subconscious mind's responsibility. It is now having to be led by the prefrontal cortex, and you have to be so careful. So your brain is working overtime. That is why you're feeling more emotional. That is why you're feeling tired. That is why you're feeling overwhelmed. It's one of the reasons, and a very big one. So that's why I had my little crying episode in the middle of the gym. I was, oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. And I had to leave the room for a few minutes so I could just cry. And then I hopped back in and nobody knew, but I thought to myself, wow, I'm really losing it. No, I'm not. It actually is very healthy. I want to encourage everybody that if you do feel like crying, just do it, and also, working out is a really important thing right now because so much stress is stored in the physical body. I mean, that's just science. There is so much stress stored in the body. So it's very important that we get rid of that. Now, one of the ways that I normally, besides working out, is I get massages. I can't get a massage right now. So I've got even more tension in the body that needs to be released. And right now, it might also come out in the form of tears, and that's okay. That's all right. Don't worry about yourself if that happens. Guys, we've never been through something like this, and there's so much unknown, and there's so much we don't have control over. So, feeling that heaviness, I could even tell by when I put the poll options out. So many people saw that, but most people didn't even, and I'm sure it's because you're feeling, hopeless, or you're not really even sure, or you're like, how can someone hop on here in this video and help me? So you don't select an option, and that's fine. But most of the time we are much more engaged. So this is also really normal to have a decline in response for something like that. So I think that there's a lot of people out there who are struggling with the things that I'm going to talk about tonight. So if you are, this is for you. And there's never pressure to comment or participate in any kind of poll or anything that I put on my page. But I feel that there's this heaviness here that I want to make sure that that that's okay and and normal. So what I'm going to try to do, and my videos are going longer lately because there's so much to talk about. So I'm going to try to talk about trying to balance everything as a parent. I'm going to try to talk about losing motivation because the days are just dragging. Your family driving you crazy. Of course they are. That's normal. Losing track of the days. I got a solution for that. And the unknown. Do you guys hear those 5 things are things we don't normally have to worry about, right? So we are really thrown just off of our normal in life right now. It's insane. So talking about balance, especially since a lot of us on here, I know, are parents and we've started virtual learning. So now we've got, whether we're a stay-at-home parent or we have a job, we are juggling a lot more now. We are helping our children with virtual learning if they're younger and need our help. Like I know a lot of people on here have younger children. You're having to also learn all these new platforms that maybe you've never worked with before. And you're trying to get your own work done. And you're trying to take care of yourself because that's important, right? And if you need to drop something, what do you think the first thing is going to be that you drop? It's going to be self-care. But can I remind you that you are the vessel? Don't drop your self-care. Chill about virtual learning. I know we feel like, but this is so little compared to what we normally have to do. It's only a little bit of time out of the day. Yes, I get that. But if anything is stressing you out or stressing your child out, let it go. It's really not that important, I promise. I honestly, I've been helping the kids with virtual learning, and once I got the hang of it, it started this week. It feels much better now, but I had to create a schedule. This is going to be my next thing for you guys. I had to create an actual schedule. After the first 2 days, and we're only into day 3 here, of virtual learning, I realized, okay, Carly, from 9 a.m. until noon, Monday and Friday, you're going to have to not plan anything else. This is going to be devoted to virtual learning. From 9:30 a.m. until noon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, well, actually just Tuesday, Wednesday, because the kids are with their dad on Thursday, but this will have to be, that is going to be time that is devoted to just the kids in virtual learning. What sucks is my gym class that I like is at 9 a.m. So initially I was thinking, this just sucks, right? This is so ridiculous. I'm just like, really, one of the few things I can do for myself. Now I'm not gonna be able to do it. No, I worked with it. Here's what I did. Monday, I switched to a 5 p.m. class. Now I'm a girl that likes to work out right away in the morning. I don't like to do it at the end of the day, but I did it, worked just fine. It's 1 day a week. Friday, kids are with their dad until 3:30, so I can do my normal 9 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got to interrupt my own class at 9:30 to help my older daughter get on her Zoom meeting, and then I can go right back and do it. I might miss a couple minutes of that class, but hey, I'm still there. So I had to accept a new normal that still prioritized me and still got my kids doing what they're going to do. So this is really hard, especially those of you that are married and maybe you're tag teaming this. It's probably going to take you half the amount of time as someone who's a single mom. Because for me, I have to get Eleanor going, my oldest one, and get her all, set to go with her stuff. My younger one, I have to kind of be there and help her with everything with virtual. So I have to do one child at a time. And altogether, that's taken me about 3 hours. If you have someone you can tag team this with, I highly suggest it, because even if you're working from home, if you can just take an hour to an hour and a half to help your spouse out, that would be just huge for them. My other struggle too with balancing everything is when the kids are with their dad, I feel like, okay, here's my time that I can go to the grocery store without exposing them. And here's the time that I need to get this done and this done. And what I end up doing is running myself into the ground during those times that I am not full-time parent doing everything. Big mistake. That's another reason I cried yesterday, because I was trying to use any free time that I have, because that's when I work too. That's when I teach virtual piano lessons. That's when I work on coaching. That's when I coach. That's when I do all that. So I've been cramming too much into the time that I don't have the kids. And, I can't do that. I have to prioritize some downtime for myself. And I'll get to a little bit more of what you can do as a single parent with that too, while you have your kids. But honestly, I'm going to put this out there down to the smallest thing. Don't forget your usual self-care. Don't forget it, you guys. If you are used to showering every day, try to shower every day. I don't. I shower every other day. But I'm trying to prioritize that. If you're used to putting on makeup, put it on as much as you can. If you are used to brushing your teeth twice a day, brush them twice a day. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm serious. If you are used to, watching a show at night, let yourself watch that show at night sometimes. I'm trying to think of another example. If you're used to working out, work out. If I'm just to throw this out there because I'm a skincare girl too. If you're used to a skincare routine, keep it up. All these things are going to make you feel normal. This is not the time to be cutting out things for yourself at all. If nothing else, this should be the time you're bumping up your self-care, because you need extra care right now. Okay, you are not built to handle a pandemic on your own. You need extra self-care right now. You need connection with people. This video is going to be long. I apologize. Here we go. So days dragging. I feel like the days are dragging and you don't have motivation. I'm going to tell you right now, girl, get a schedule. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I like to do. I already use a planner, so I love scheduling out my week, and I get super excited about checking off things that I've done. But I want you to get a daily schedule. And I get it. I get how you feel. I have woken up this week, waking up in the morning, and I love morning, okay? I've been waking up going, oh my God, it's another day. I gotta do this all over again. And then it makes me feel exhausted, because the first thing my mind is jumping to is, oh my God, it's another day and I have to do this all over again, okay? This is why you need a schedule, okay? Because your motivation is gonna be in the freaking gutter. You're not gonna have it. But if you have a schedule, and you stick to, and you say, I got to get my butt up because virtual learning starts at this time. My job that I have created for myself, if let's say you work from home, then I'm going to work these hours. That starts at this time. My gym class that I'm paying for to do Zoom, that starts at this time. Or even if you're just doing a workout at home, that starts at this time. No matter how you feel, stick to that schedule. Okay? No matter what, just do it. This is where action comes in, and it's so important because if you can stick to that schedule, it doesn't matter how motivated you feel, you are going to feel better because you're not going to succumb to this feeling of, oh my God, I'm so dragged, right? Also, guys, this is temporary. You're getting there. What are we, 4 weeks in? I don't even know. You're getting there. It's unfair, it sucks, but you're getting there. And we're all in this together. We're all in it, okay? It's temporary. Another thing I want you to add into your schedule, your routine, is I want you to wake up and I want you to give me 5 things on paper that you're grateful for. They can be little, well, the sun's out today. You know, it makes a huge difference. Some flowers popped up in my garden. Whatever it is. 5 things. Maybe you get to have a cup of coffee and you're like, woohoo, I'm not out of creamer and I don't have to go to the store. 5 things you're grateful for, okay? Just, list them off in your head or write them down. Even more powerful to write them down. One of the things that's hard to do is to get up earlier because guess what? You need time before your family is up to be on your own. When can you carve that out? When is the time that you need it the most? For me, it's morning, even though I feel my best in the morning. That's when I need it the most because at the end of the night, I'm too tired and I'm not going to prioritize me time. Not at all. Not at all. So I have to do it right away in the morning. So I try to slip up and be really quiet before my kids get up and give myself, used to be 30 minutes, but now I get maybe 5. Hey, it's better than nothing, okay? Because I'm sleeping a bit later. I'm a little bit off schedule. Give yourself that time. Give yourself that time alone. Do your gratitude, whatever you like to do so that you are alone in the morning. And I want you to also remind yourself with your gratitude, remind yourself this is temporary. This is temporary. Each day you wake up is one day closer to when we're going to be done with this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You guys just don't see it yet. It's there. It's there, man. And every day we wake up, we're one step closer to it. Okay? Gotta just try it. Family's driving you crazy kind of goes a little bit along with this as well. That's very normal. I don't want you to judge yourself at all. Very normal that your family's driving you crazy. We're not used to being around our family 24/7. Okay? Again, this goes back to prioritizing you. Without you, you can't be there for everybody else. And I want you to take out the guilt too. If you are not being super mom right now, it's fine. I like to also schedule my kids. And my kids love a schedule. So I'm saying, here's your schedule. Here's what you're going to do. Here's what I'm going to do during that time. Here's what we're going to be doing together. Okay. And I should put this at the end, just in case someone doesn't listen to the whole thing, but maybe I'll just do a post about it too. But someone mentioned that they were losing track of days. And my gym offered something that I really liked. It was a 2-day challenge of a checklist where you can earn points for doing so many things in a day. Little things such as making your bed to bigger things like getting a workout in or calling a friend. And that inspired me because that has helped me a lot, okay? That has inspired me to make my own challenge for this group, which I will create and post in here, and we will start. And I have something really exciting to share with you about that, which I will put in a different post. Okay, because I'm afraid it's going to get lost in this video if I don't want to announce it here, okay? But I am putting something together for you that's going to help you keep track of the days and help you have some goals during the day because I know we kind of need them. Last big topic, and then I'll let y'all go, but the fear of the unknown. Here's why this sucks so much. We don't like not having control of things, right? And I've alluded to, I've talked about this in other videos. We don't like not being in control. Right now, like I've said, we're not in control of like 95% of stuff, if you look at it that way, right? But really, we can concentrate on what we do have control over and create control by making simple decisions and actions, such as creating a schedule, a list of things that we're going to accomplish in a day. You can create a comforting level of control. You have to be careful that you're not busying yourself to not deal with what's going on up here. So there is a balance, and I need to coach on this in another video, a balance of not busying yourself, because that's a huge topic that I really can't get into right now, or we will be here another 20 minutes. But Creating control when you can. That is a topic I'm going to try to get on here even maybe in tomorrow night and do that, okay? Because it is timely and needs to be addressed. Respect and don't judge yourself as well, that you're having a difficult time with this. Being present is really hard right now, okay? And meditation is going to help you do that. I need to post some meditations in here that I use that are really helpful, so that I can help you stay more present, and it'll be something that you can tangibly use. But guys, freedom is coming. It's coming. These days are not wasted. They're not wasted. What can you learn about yourself during this time? What that has happened in your life right now can make you, or can spark a change in something or some way that something you either did, or something that you, some way that you thought or looked at things in the past that has now changed forever. And you've learned a huge part, a huge lesson, okay? So freedom is coming, okay? I know, a lot of us have major events coming up that we're really excited about, and those events may not be taking place. Graduations, birthday parties. You know, it's spring. It's one of the best times of the year. It's times of celebrations, and weddings are coming up because it's starting to get warmer, and people love to get married when it's warmer. And we're wondering if these things are going to happen. But I can tell you right now, you're not alone, and this is the beautiful thing. It really sucks when you're looking forward to something for so long, and then it's not going to happen the way that you've envisioned it for maybe even your whole life, right? Or like if you have a child graduating, you know, ever since they were born, or ever since they figured out what they want to do in life, or ever since they started high school, you're like, oh my God, I've been looking forward to this day forever. And so here's the thing. If you felt that way, guess what? That means you're a good person and you're a good parent. And what that means is that you are going to find a beautiful, fantastic way to make that day special. I know you will. I know you will. Because you wouldn't have it any other way. So you will make everything in your power. You will take everything in your power to make that day special. Not only that, you will also celebrate it big time when we're all able to be around each other and properly celebrate these huge milestones, birthdays, graduations, weddings, right? So think about how you can make the best of it. And I know you can do that because you care. Because you care, and you got a good heart, and you're resourceful, guys. Has anybody thought about how resourceful we are right now? Everybody's, you know, I don't think you've given yourself enough credit for how resourceful you are, any of you. So accept those losses, okay? The things that we've been looking forward to forever, accept those losses. It's okay to grieve it. I'm not saying forget about them and don't grieve them. Please do grieve them. That's healthy. That's the way through. But accept those, and then think about, how can I make it better? What action can I take? And what attitude can I take to make it better going forward? There's where your power lies, guys. Okay? I'm going to let you go now. I hope that this was helpful. I have so much more to say, and this was like the longest video in the world. So apologize for that. They're just getting so dang long. I think I need to break up my topics. So anyway, I could ramble forever. I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful night. And I believe in each and every one of you. And you got this, guys. We got this. We're going to make it through. I love y'all. Bye.